Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Friday and TGIF. We are covering a whole slew of altcoin updates today. We'll be discussing DAFI updates, Fuse, Exeedme, IOST, Polkamarkets, and we'll wrap up with some Chainlink updates. A lot of integration and partnership news today. We're going to first take a look at the macro perspective in the first third or so of this video. I want to kick off with this announcement. Altcoin Buzz and Kucoin jointly giving away $500 as per our latest tweet at AltcoinBuzzIO on Twitter. Make sure you're following. $500 giveaway with Kucoin.com. 5 people are going to win 20 KCS each. That's the Kucoin token. Here are the requirements. Number 1, you have to like and retweet. Follow both AltcoinBuzzIO and Kucoin.com on Twitter and reply with any fact or opinion about Kucoin. Right now, we are the 5th of March. You have until the 11th, so just under a week, 6 days to go. Again, 5 people are going to get $100 each worth of KCS Kucoin. Good luck. You have until the 11th of March. Guys, if you like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and altcoins, of course, be sure to like and subscribe to Altcoin Buzz. All right, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, to no one's surprise, acquiring more Bitcoin here on this relative dip that we are seeing. Michael Saylor, I think, is determined to hit 100K. That's 100,000 Bitcoin, because MicroStrategy has just purchased an additional 205 BTC for about $10 million. At an average price of $48,888 per Bitcoin. As of today, the 5th of March, MicroStrategy hold over 91,000 Bitcoin, acquired for just under $2.2 billion, which means the average price is $24,119 per Bitcoin. Mark my words, they are going to go after 100K. That is 100,000 Bitcoin. Nothing is going to stop them at this point. Let's launch in now to some of the other positive macro news out there in the space. BitGo, they're proud to announce a new license under New York State banking law to operate as an independent qualified custodian. Very often, depending on the kind of licensing that you're going after, and I've dealt with this outside of my forays with cryptocurrency, New York and New York State is pretty much the hardest one in which to achieve recognition, in which to acquire those licenses. So this is very big news for BitGo. It's very positive. You can read more about that here on businesswire.com. BitGo receives New York Trust Charter from the New York State Department of Financial Services. If you're unfamiliar with BitGo, they provide leading digital asset solutions for New York's largest institutional investors. And so, incremental as it may be, this is another positive step towards mass adoption. Here's another one, Dallas Mavericks. So this is something that Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, recently green-lit. As per the team, we're proud to be the first business to accept the cryptocurrency Dogecoin for payment using BitPay. So you can now use Dogecoin to buy tickets and merch online, making Dallas Mavs shop more accessible to MFFLs everywhere. Dogecoin now accepted by the Dallas Mavericks. Now, I've heard purportedly, this is unconfirmed, but of course, you have Mark Cuban, who's getting into the cryptocurrency space more and more. He owns Bitcoin, he owns Ethereum, he certainly owns Dogecoin, but also a lot of the other DeFi tokens he owns. Like, he's been talking about Aave and whatnot recently, and a whole bunch of others. He's kind of hip to what's happening right now with NFTs. Like, he's getting into this space. He's making his way down the rabbit hole. I've heard, again, just purportedly, that the Dallas Mavericks already have this program whereby they accept Bitcoin, but nobody's willing to part with their Bitcoin. It's not being used that way just yet, right? It's still kind of a store of value, but people don't want to necessarily pay with it because that means then they're no longer going to be holding on to it. So this is kind of an experiment as a result of that. It's whether or not, people are going to be willing to pay as a payment method with their Dogecoin. Quite possibly. We'll see. Kind of zooming out a little bit, more importantly, this sets a new standard right now for other NBA teams. They'll be able to look to this as a precedent, and who knows, maybe you'll be able to pay not only in Dogecoin for other merch across the rest of the NBA, but maybe other cryptocurrencies as well. You guys can read more about it on Cointelegraph.com. Wow. The Dallas Mavericks to accept Dogecoin for tickets and merch. In other good news here, integration, adoption, partnerships, Monero, the privacy token. At Monero on Twitter. Tapjets, private jet instant booking platform, now accepts Monero, ticker XMR, as a payment form. Given our clients' heightened desire for confidentiality, Monero is the best payment form to meet these needs. So this is actually something that I would argue is organic as far as this partnership. It makes sense for Tapjets to sign on with Monero if that is in fact what their clients are looking at. You can check out the press release here on tapjets.com. Tapjets instant booking platform now accepts Monero. Very cool. Argo blockchain, just quickly here, worth mentioning, their CEO has become the first publicly traded company executive at the C-suite level to be paid in Bitcoin. Now, this probably comes as no surprise because Argo blockchain is a crypto mining company, so their CEO is obviously plugged into that space. Nevertheless, I think it's worth mentioning. You guys can read more about it on Cointelegraph.com. This very likely was going to be a growing trend in the near future. Here's some positive international news, this time actually out of Thailand. Now, this is all in Thai. I'm not quite able to read that, no surprise there, but we're talking about a major Cineplex group out of that country. It's actually the largest operator of movie theaters in Thailand. Again, major Cineplex group. They've reportedly enabled some of their customers to buy tickets with cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. So maybe taking a page out of the Dallas Mavericks playbook here. If you're from Thailand, if you're a Thai member of the Altcoin Buzz army, I have a very limited perspective when it comes to this because I'm looking at a page that I can't even read and there's a little bit of publicity surrounding it. But let me know, kind of on the ground level, whether there's chatter, whether there's enthusiasm, whether people are talking about this at all. I'd be very curious to hear your point of view. So calling out to all Thai members of the Altcoin Buzz army, let me know kind of what the sentiment is like where you are. Moving right along, Woo blockchain. According to the Google Index, the Google search volume of NFT has suddenly skyrocketed since the 7th of February. No kidding. And it has far exceeded DeFi and is even close to Ethereum. The reason may be related to celebrity NFT. Logan Paul's NFT has a huge search volume, and OpenSea is the most searched platform. I've been arguing recently that we've been heading into this mania phase, arguably a bubble stage when it comes to NFTs. And I think a lot of the stuff that's available out there, don't get me wrong. Again, I should preface this criticism by saying that I'm all for NFT technology. I like the idea of non-fungible tokens, especially at the microtransaction levels, when it means you can incorporate things like unique skins, weapons into blockchain gaming across shared gaming multiverses. That's great. What I hate is all this ridiculous, crappy hipster art that's selling for millions of dollars. I'm just not into that at all, personally speaking. And based on the comments and the interactions I've had with you all members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, pretty much most of you, if not all of you, feel the same way. We're on Charlie Lee's Twitter page here. Charlie Lee, of course, the creator of Litecoin, major cryptocurrency enthusiasts. He's had some similar things to say recently about NFTs. We're going back a few days here to the 2nd of March. Whether or not it's critical, I'm not sure, but here's what he had to say. It's kind of more cautionary, I would say, than critical. I see a lot of parallels between 2021's NFTs and 2017's ICOs, that's initial coin offerings, and 2013's altcoins. They have the same characteristics: easy to create new ones with no barriers to entry, simple to understand and explain, bring tons of new people into crypto, high prices and pumps create hype and FOMO, fear of missing out, and few will hold and have value, most won't. In other words, this is kind of a passing fad, and I fully agree with Charlie Lee. I mentioned this the other day. I said, to the extent that the blockchain space right now can be criticized for being a bubble, I think NFTs are representative of that bubble kind of mania right now. I don't get them. Again, there's some good applications out there. There's some strong use cases, but for some of the art that's going around right now, I don't know. It's just like LARPing. It's just ridiculous live action role playing and a lot of silliness, in my opinion. If I had $1 million to spend, it certainly wouldn't be on an NFT. Let's put it that way. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about that, guys, in the comments below. Maybe I'm sounding too harsh, but I have a feeling that many of you agree with both myself and with Charlie Lee and others when it comes to this topic. Let's move right along now into altcoin updates. We have a lot of them for you today, beginning with DAFI Protocol, at DAFI Protocol, DAFI. It's happening. It's whitelist time for DAFI. And, we're happy to report on this because we've been covering DAFI in recent days and weeks. You can read all about those whitelisting details, including the steps, and a more granular breakdown here of the news on DAFIprotocol.medium.com. Fuse, at Fuse_network, is also in the news. This from yesterday. They are thrilled to be announcing their latest collaboration with MantraDAO, an existing partner. Quote, Fuse and MantraDAO expand strategic collaboration by launching liquidity pool and rewards on Fuse Swap. More here can be learned from the press release on medium.com. Fuse and MantraDAO expand strategic collaboration by launching liquidity pool and rewards on Fuse Swap. I warned you guys that there is a lot of collaboration and partnership news today, even above and beyond kind of the normal baseline, which is already quite high in cryptocurrency. PlasmaPay and Plasma.Finance. Plasma Swap is live, 100% live. We are thrilled to shake up the market. Move your liquidity from Uniswap and SushiSwap in a single transaction and earn higher APY, annual percentage yield. Enter a new era of DeFi, apy.plasma.finance. If you guys are interested in this latest initiative, Plasma Swap, which is now live, you can check it out here on medium.com. See why we're primed to shake up the DEXT, decentralized exchange landscape. Okay, moving right along here, Exeedme, at Exeed with an X, me, from yesterday, the 4th of March. We're ecstatic to be partnering with UTRUST. Exeedme will bring UTRUST's blockchain payments capabilities so gamers can jump straight into what they love the most, and that is playing video games. UTRUST will also explore a dedicated gaming community. Read the full write-up here. Exeedme partners with UTRUST on exeedme.medium.com. At DEXT Tools app from yesterday, the 4th of March, we're delighted to announce our partnership with CoinMarketCap and the integration of DEXT Tools app into their platform, including links to all our sponsored pairs. This opens the gate for more collaborations and strengthens CMC's position as a leading crypto data provider. IOST here is in the news. They're happy to announce they've successfully completed the cross-chain testnet for Polkadot and now are at the final stage for building a cross-chain transfer bridge to its ecosystem, a move that boosts IOST cross-chain DeFi capabilities and overall growth. So IOST partners with Polkadot for cross-chain interoperability breakthrough and successfully completed their testnet for cross-chain bridge. Polkamarkets here in the news. This from a few hours ago, actually yesterday, the 4th of March. We are thrilled to announce a partnership with Bridge Mutual to provide decentralized risk coverage to prediction markets on Polkamarkets. This will enable our users, traders, and LPs to have a fallback in case anything goes wrong. You can read more about that here. Polkamarkets partners with Bridge Mutual for decentralized risk coverage. And finally, to cap off all of this news here, a lot of partnership news as promised. Chainlink here, at Chainlink on Twitter. Premium data provider The Rundown.io launches its own Chainlink node on mainnet, supplying cryptographically signed US sports results directly on chain from the NBA and the NHL. This enables the creation of sports prediction markets, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and more. To read about that initiative here, you can check out blog.therundown.io. The Rundown launches live Chainlink node to supply US sports results on chain. A lot happening as always, guys. In order to stay up to speed, make sure you are following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell to receive notifications if you enjoyed today's video. Best of luck if you choose to invest on this Friday. Once again, TGIF, have a great end to your week. Have a great start to your weekend. Best of luck as well if you choose to enter our $500 giveaway. Once again, 5 different participants are each going to be winning $100 worth of KCS. That is the Kucoin token. Stay safe, everybody. As always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.